All right, the first idea, put your phones away. Everybody put your phones up. Don't text on them, don't check on them. Don't listen to them, put them up. Put your phones up. We gave you ample time to use those, and you always do. So put those up. I want to cover a couple of things real quick. I know a lot of y'all having y'all little spats back and forth with each other and stuff like that. Could we freeze on that for a minute so we can cover a couple things? As long as we're doing what we need to do, and we'll be out of here in a minute. So put your phones up, put them in your pockets, take your headphones off. Go ahead and take your phone out your lap, put it up, and get them put away. Go ahead, I'll wait on y'all. Put them up. All right, now, originally we were scheduled to do this presentation a little later, okay? Definitely the situation that's going on right now is not conducive for this presentation. Put those up. I'll go ahead and do the presentation, some of it anyway, because that's just kind of how I am. Everything happens for a reason. So at some point, some of you will be listening to this, some of you will not. Right now, I took my stuff off, I'm not in security mode right now. Basically what I'm doing is sharing with you a little bit of information to help some of you. Some of you may have the opportunity to be gone by the time we get back from the Christmas break. That would be great, so I want to get a chance to talk with you. The field trip we originally scheduled, we're not going to be able to do because we need to actually have some other clearance in order to be able to get you guys up there to the workhouse, so we won't be able to do that in time. This is definitely not conducive for the room for what I want to do as well, but I'll make it happen. Oh, today, sorry, your computers are down. It ain't working. Sorry about that. That's what it is. Such is life. Move on. Right. Some of y'all want to go home. Great. Not a problem. We can help you with that in a minute when we get done handling business. Some of y'all right now, if you don't want to handle business, what we're talking about, I can go ahead and send you home now, and then you can stay at home. We can make that happen too as well. All right. Now that we got that out the way, so it seems like everybody's here. The people that plan on graduating, raise your hand.
This year?
All right, put your hands down. This year, the people that plan on graduating, raise your hand. Okay? Is it a plan or is it a goal?
A goal.
Okay, so if you want to achieve that goal, we need to talk about what we need to do to achieve that goal. My thing with some of y'all is some of y'all receive information differently. Basically what I'm doing today is being very transparent and sharing my story. So for some of y'all, maybe that can give you a little words of encouragement. Again, it's a numbers game. Everybody ain't listening, and that's fine. By somebody talking in front of the room and you got your back turned and got your head turned, that's disrespect off the top. I'm not talking to you because I'm not talking to everybody. I've been in this district probably about 12 years, and just as I went up there and seen a murder scene a few minutes ago, about 100 feet away from our school, just as I seen that going on, a murder that went on last night, I think back to the kids who I had the same type of conversation with and the ones who always knew everything. I don't know nothing about what just happened out there, but I do know somebody left this earth last night.
It was somebody on me going.
All right, now,
Dang.
we're not in here for that right now. What I'm in here to do right now is share a couple things, just a few tidbits for you to take out the door for some of you that are blessed to leave after the Christmas break, and for some of you that will be staying with us, some stuff to help you from here on out. Because make no mistake about it, you will be on the street soon at some point. It's not set up, this economy is not set up for somebody to take care of you all the time. Now I know y'all is talking that I'm grown, treat me grown, you disrespecting me, cuz, you don't know what you're talking about, that type of stuff. But at some point, you're not gonna be able to say all that. It's gonna be on you. It's gonna be on you. Now I heard a very disturbing conversation with somebody today. I'm gonna talk to the whole group, because I'm gonna throw something in for everybody. My story has a little bit for everybody. It may not happen as fast as it did for some of y'all, because some of y'all already at that wild streak already. Some of y'all already at that. The stuff that y'all doing, I didn't even see that until I was 25 years old. So that's cool. That's what it is. That's fine. That's fine. But at some point, that's going to play out, and we need to figure out what we're doing. So graduation is a goal. Raise your hand. At some point, graduation is a goal. Not this year, maybe next year, raise your hand.
Nah, this year. Nah.
See, the other people don't even know. No, you don't even know. And see, that's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. Because what you're doing is you going on the old concept you heard since kindergarten. And some of it is some of the people that take care of you, all of us. I take some blame. It's our fault. What kind of grades you got? Good. That's what you've been learning since you was this high. What kind of grades you got? Good? Yes. It does not say good on a report card. And this is not a time for you to chime in every time I'm talking. You just got in there and find a seat. It's not good. It says what? A, B, C, or D, or F. Oh, and by the way, a GPA has numbers attached to it. And what does that have on there? A cumulative GPA that you need. A 2.5 is what you need to get to college. I lost half the room because some of y'all saying, I ain't going to college. That's cool. That's cool. But when you at a job, do you want to make all the money? Or do you want to make some of the money?
All the money.
At no point are you going to walk in.
I want to make all the money.
About, hey, I want the average check everybody get. Well, you can make whatever you want. No, I just want C level. No, so you giving out 50,000? No. I want 25,000. That's what I want. I want 50. Raise your hand if you would say that. Exactly. Now, we talking about money, let's keep it real. This is how you're supposed to get paid. I brought these out, or we brought these out, because as staff, we talked about, you need to see these. These gonna be above your doorway around here. Because some of y'all, forget me, I ain't holding this over your head. I got one. Just as old as it is, I got one. That's a high school diploma. That paper is brown, yep, because it's old. It's from 1990.
1990. Don't play with them.
It's old. Sure is.
We can't see.
And guess what? As a black male, I'm proud to talk about I'm getting old. Because everybody ain't able.
You heard me?
Because down the street ain't able right now.
Show me.
I'm going to keep moving. This is your diploma. These is Jennings High School. This certificate, this certifies blank. That would be your name one day. I'm talking you through this. I ain't talking down to nobody. I'm keeping it real. Because guess what? Didn't nobody cover that when I got that. I had to sit out a football season in order to figure out what it take to get this. See, that's the problem. You kind of going through all this, you get caught up in all the little small stuff. How Mr. Matt talked to me and I ain't like it. How Mr. So-and-so did something, Miss So-and-so homie. We got ours. Maybe that's what it is, you ain't never heard that. Because you hear people at the house in the neighborhood talking about we make money, we got ours, they don't care about you. But let's say it another way. We got ours already. We in here so you can get yours. Yeah. We in here again so you can get yours. We got a diploma. We got other degrees. It ain't about us no more. Some guys like, why you coach football? I don't coach football so I can play. If I want to play, I go get one of them old guy leagues and get out there and be sore every day. I'm getting out there because nobody covered this. Nobody was in my face. When I had a little attitude, teachers I had did this. I'm going to leave them alone because I don't want them getting upset. I'm going to let them learn the hard way. See, you always on you all the time, except when it's appropriate. How does somebody tell me who's talking about they want this, let it come out their mouth, oh, I'm gone today, I'm gone. When you gonna be gone, hold on. See, that's the problem. You can never make excuses and money at the same time. The two don't go together. You can never make excuses and get your goals at the same time. I don't care if they pulled out some rocks and said we're gonna count rocks, and that's how y'all gonna do your math today. That's what we got for today. So it ain't really about the computers. I'm not even talking about that. We ain't doing nothing. You're right. We ain't doing nothing. But the point is that you could be not doing something and on West Florissant and caught up in the mess that's out there. And that ain't counting towards this right here. So do you think not this building ain't gonna make sure we can do what we can do to help you get this? But you gotta do your part. Now what does it take to do your part? All this back and forth all the time. You know, I got F-bombs coming out of my mouth every time my mouth open up and all that type of stuff. What is the point? This is the thing. This is what I was mad at my high school coach about. He didn't tell me that this is how it's gonna be when I get to the next level, and I wasn't prepared. So if you're in a job and you think you're gonna be the best paid employee, you're gonna be an employee that don't get fired, and you're gonna be able to not come to work, you're gonna be able to leave when something get bad for you, you're gonna be able to wear your pants with your butt crack showing the whole time, and they can count what drawers you got each day and what color they are. Or you're gonna come with your beads showing every day. And for young ladies, that's beads showing. The beads, all the ones start with beads. Everything start with a bead showing. You're not gonna be able to work in no job like that. for y'all mustards that didn't catch up. The B's, butts, breasts, all that. Y'all know I like to have a good time. But when it's real and when there's stuff on the line, I ain't no time for playing. Because we losing y'all. This ain't the group we started with. Let me say it again. This ain't the group we started with. And for some unknown reason, we so broken down on the whole deal that we just think, oh, they all right. No diploma, you all right? You no high school diploma, you all right? Man, I wanted to do this in there with the blackboard, with the dry erase board, so I could break down what a minimum wage salary is gonna equal. All y'all on these J's and all this stuff you like to wear, when you throw up 40 hours a week times, does anybody know what minimum wage is? $7.25. When you put that on the board and put that up with 40 hours a week, because some of y'all don't even want to be here 40 hours a week. So let's keep it real on that. When you break that down to your total and take out taxes, and now you got somewhere to stay, which just eliminated half of that salary right there, and then we talking about all this other stuff? Man, quit playing. Let's just be real. For real. For real. We got to convince you need a diploma? And I guess what it is, and I'm glad we got the group we got in this building, because they like all in. And some of y'all don't even know that. Y'all hung up on what somebody looked like. Y'all hung up on something you heard. My first year, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you my story. I ain't gonna be long, but I will come on strong with it. I'm gonna tell you why I'm not in the NFL right now. I'm gonna tell you why I'm not in the NFL. And this ain't toot my own horn, I'm gonna tell you why. Because the first thing, I went in the classroom. I took a snapshot of a teacher. Ain't no disrespect to Mr. Matt. This is how I was taught. My dad was military. We ain't do white and black. We ain't do that. All our dads wore green. We ain't do that. Everybody like, man, you came from a great home. I came from a great home, you absolutely right. But I had a dad, but guess what? At any moment, my dad could be taken away from me. Not like y'all think about that something that just happened. No, that was his job for something to happen. Secret covert missions in the military, people go off, all the guys he worked with disappear, you don't know nothing, all of a sudden you just pray he come back and come back in, and you can't talk about it. And we moved every 2.5, 3 years. So you're right, I had both my parents, but I sure had a tough household. But the one thing he kept talking about is when you get older, you're supposed to do one step better than me. Who's sitting in this room just settling on, don't tell me you ain't never had the relative that's up in here like this. Man, shoot. I don't know what they talking about up in that school, man, shoot. You can chill up in here with me. Oh, girl, have a couple more babies. State gonna take care of all this. Don't say it don't go on, because I know it do. Black, white, blue, green, rich, poor, people go on with trying to get over. But you ain't always gonna be able to get over. At some point, the rubber gonna meet the road, and you're gonna have to go, I gotta make a decision for what's going on now. Now, I'm gonna talk to the parents in the room, the future parents in the room as well. I'm gonna tell you how I hurt my kids right now. Why am I not in the NFL? I walked in the classroom, I saw a teacher, I took a snapshot, I saw he wasn't trying to teach us nothing, I took that opinion, I did just like this in the back of the classroom. I'm an athlete. He gonna pass me. Hey, y'all done said that word before. I passed. And that's the goal. See, the problem is you know what goals are, but you don't want to put them up here because you are fearful that you won't hit. So you make the goal so low that you ain't got no choice but to hit. But where'd you land? I ain't talking down to y'all. That was my thought back then. That was my philosophy. I'm gonna play football. Hey man, what they talking about? I'm going to the pros. I'm gonna play football. So I'm gonna fast forward. I got all that little funny stuff. You know, class president, played on the football team, all that little hoot and holler and all that stuff. That ain't what's important about this presentation. Because I had to skip something. Because I can look at some of y'all and y'all attitude is focusing on what's going on with the building and the internet and all that type of stuff. This don't care about no internet and all that other stuff. That's what you're here for. But I got caught up in that. I heard that teacher don't teach you nothing. That teacher don't teach you nothing. You ever listen to some people who claim they telling you they're your friends and they tell you something you should be thinking too? So I sat in this class.
One more time.
Algebra 1, part 1. I ain't hearing what he talking about. Boom. What I get? A D. I pass. My dad. Oh no, you got a D. Oh no, I put them hands on you. Whatever. I pass. The man had people up there asking for help trying to work. I ain't trying to go up there. I'm back here, I'm on my own. I'm mad now. I ain't trying to teach us. I moved. At that time, I'm in Philadelphia, but I'm in Wilmington, Delaware, outside of Philadelphia. Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, you know Will Smith, he's throwing high school parties. All I'm talking about is, I'm going to these high school parties. I ain't trying what he's talking about. I got that D, whatever, we going there, okay? We moved, my dad come and tell me we're moving to Germany. I said, where? You mean like Germantown, Pennsylvania? No, we moving to Germany overseas. Cool, we're going to Germany. No, that ain't cool. You mean like where Hitler is? Y'all seen that? Hitler, all that stuff? You seen that? I'm like, what I need to be doing over there? Now that's where we're gonna go to school at. Y'all know a guy named Michael Strahan? Yep. He was over there when I arrived.
Who is Michael Strahan?
Michael Strahan played for New York Giants, linebacker. What am I missing? Outside of going into the Hall of Fame. Sack leader, right? Huh? Sack leader. He was there. Me and Mike was going to be on the football team. I had a 250-pound Samoan. Those are people, you know, Hawaii Samoans, who played linebacker. He was the starter. He played next to me. Michael Strahan was the other guy. I ain't going to play now because Mike was big. My coach didn't tell me to lift weights. My coach didn't tell me to do my schoolwork. He didn't tell me that stuff at that time. You know what they told me? Just play ball. That's all you need. Okay. I walked out there. Mike's dad had a plan. He could move him out. He had those options. My dad was straight about, he had to work hard. He had that connection like that to get him out. Mike left Germany. I'm going to give you Mike in just a second. Mike left Germany. I stayed there. Didn't listen. I know everything. Y'all ever had people you take care of at the house? You don't know what I'm talking about? Shoot, you don't know what we doing up in here. It's hard.
Them
Me talking crazy.
Them two and they playing with their hair.
And you know what I was doing? You want to know about keeping it real with you? You want to know what I was doing? You don't know about what we talking about up in here? Shoot. I got the highest hot top box in the country. You don't know about this? You don't know about this fade on the side? Oh, y'all believe that, huh?
Let me see that.
No, y'all believe that, huh? Y'all believe that, huh? That's that old prom picture. That's our turn color.
Let me see.
That's that coming to America. That's that where is our key? Where is our key? That's that coming to America.
Mr. Hite.
Tell him come
That
over.
hat sitting on, hold on, have a seat. Have a seat.
That's straight say class of 93.
Have a seat. That's 90.
That's when I was 93.
That was different.
Let me see if I got some of that hot top box on there. Now the hat sitting on it on that one. The hat sitting on there.
Let me see.
Irrelevant right now. Go ahead, man. You good. Here's the point I'm making about that. I kept telling them teachers, you don't know what we dealing with. You don't know about what we doing. Where you at? You don't know. Ah, there's one. There's one. There's one. There's one. There's one. Look at that other, that Gumby with that slant. That slant on there. Look at that other guy got that slant on there. You don't know about that Gumby. There's that Gumby on there. You don't know about that. That's that.
It ain't on you, it's on everybody. It just looked like it's on you.
Now. Hold on. I'm gonna let y'all see that at the end. Hold on, let's see that at the end. You don't know about that, see? I ain't trying to hear what they're talking about. But let me jump out, let me go forward. Okay, so in high school, maybe you ain't never heard this, math is like building blocks. So I didn't have Algebra 1 Part 1, so guess what they wanted next year? They wanted Algebra 2, or at least Algebra 1 knowledge I had that. So I'm trying to build this house, and ain't no foundation up under it. Do you see what I'm saying? So then that's that same one class that I didn't pay attention to. So guess what happened? That next year, boom, 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 boom. That house started falling down because they went to geometry. I ain't even had the algebra stuff down. And guess what they asked for then that you needed next? Because I was going to Mizzou. When I moved back to the United States, I'm going to Mizzou. And guess what you needed? You needed Algebra 1 and Algebra 1 Part 1. And guess what I didn't have? That Algebra 1. But I was in the class blaming it on who? The teacher. Could I have got mine? Mm-hmm. Could I have worked on it if I wanted to? What you think other people in the class doing? They was getting D's too? No, because they just did it. Like Nike. They was just doing it. Did nobody tell them what was going on? Oh, you think your shirt is by accident? No, they're just doing it. They just doing it. We wore them same J's. I remember when the Jordans was $60 and people was going crazy. So how much they cost? Right, brand new Jordans out the box, smelling good too. $60. $60. And gas wasn't more than no $3, that's for sure. Why are you telling us all this? This ain't about me. Because I'm back to where I started again. I got into that area, and now guess what it's time to do? Now it's time to try to go to college. Ready to go. Send my videotape in. Mizzou, we interested in you. Let's go. Now guess what? I got a jacket. The jacket like that, the Mizzou jacket, I'm ready. I'm ready. Guess what? Send my stuff in, guess what they say? You're missing that class. Guess what Michael Strahan did? Had that class. Guess where he was when people was throwing them parties and stuff? In the weight room, walking around with a gallon of milk, drinking it. His dad was a powerlifter, he was lifting weights. He was lifting weights, we didn't know what that was. We can tell you where we go party though. We go party in Spain for spring break, we was there for that. We was out partying with everybody else, the Turkish people out in neighborhoods, we can do that. Well, y'all, what I'm trying to say is at some point, that stuff gonna play out, and you still gonna need that diploma. But that stuff will prevent you from getting that diploma.
What?
Okay? Now, college time. I'm gonna give you the reason why. You ready? The coach. You know how we was talking about, how many people think they know it all sometimes? Y'all don't want to admit it.
Most of y'all need to have your hand up.
Be honest. Be honest. If somebody next to you going you, then you probably one of the people. Be honest. Be honest.
I don't think I know it all, but I think I be hip most of the time.
Okay. Michael Strahan's dad took him to a setting. He went on to TCU. He played for TCU. He left TCU, went to the New York Giants in the draft, and he played in the NFL. Now he on with, is it Kathy? Kathy and...
He's on NBC.
He's on that NBC show now with Kathy and Regis. Used to be Kathy and Regis. Now it's him, Michael Strahan, same guy? Yep. And going into the Hall of Fame, multi-millionaire. Hold on. He was coachable. He didn't do that I know it all already. Y'all see what I'm saying? At some point in your life, somebody gonna give you some information that's really gonna help you. Somebody gonna give you something. Somebody gonna give you something. And proud to be old. Because everybody ain't able. You missed that in the earlier part of the presentation. So, guess what I do? I go to college. Now I hit my Wild Street down there. Now it's on now. Now it's on now. See, I had to cover that because y'all like, he always talking about that stuff. He ain't did no dirt. Now I hit the Wild Street now. Oh, snap. You ain't recognize it. Don't even let the same person do it. Remember all that little kid stuff here? Oh, yeah, I'm yoked up right there. Yoked up, tanked up. You heard that, did you?
Let me see.
Tanked up.
Let's see, Mr. Hite.
Yoked up, tanked up, dranked up. Everything look around.
Mr. Hite.
Say something.
Why you keep forgetting about us?
Every time they run on this side, drink.
I can't see
Every
that.
time they run on the other side, I will look around, drink. Let's go. Huh? You ain't recognize me, did you? I see you, Corey. You like, that ain't even the same. Show ain't. But that was that wild side, though. But here's the deal. Here, let me make sure. Hold on. Here's the deal. At that point, I was in that mode like y'all in now. So forget how old I was at that time, because what I'm trying to get to is your why on why you doing this. Is this the only reason? Is this the only reason that you doing this stuff here? This the only reason you going through all this? See, this may be your why. See, this your why if nobody in the family had one, you the first grandchild to have one, Your brother didn't get one. They looking for you to get one. See, this your why. See, your why, don't think about the letter Y. Think about the Y, W-H-Y. Why are you doing this? Because if your why don't make you cry, then it ain't your why. I'll say it again. If your why don't make you cry, that ain't your why. If your why is because you know good and well you're going to be the breadwinner in the family because somebody's getting too old to start to keep taking care of you, then that's your why. Because that'll make you cry. If your why is just because they said when you graduate, we're going to get you 8 new outfits. That ain't your why. That ain't enough to make me cry right there. Because them outfits going to get old and fall to the wayside. I lost a relative, and the last thing I remember them talking to me about is stop getting in trouble in school, get you a diploma. That's my why. See, everybody that's big time, you know, these NBA players doing all these little rituals and stuff before the game starts and stuff like that, they got a why. You don't know what that is all the time, but they got a why. Kevin Garnett, he doing like this, and he pointing to the back, he's talking about his coach that he lost. That's his why. What's your why? Kevin Durant. Sorry. Now I know you're paying attention. Your back ain't turning, you chiming in. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. What's your why? Just think real quick. I'm going to give you a second. Because before I say the next part, I want to make sure you know what your why is. I know my why. Your why, I'm going to tell you. I don't have my phone over there. Hey, when I was doing that wild stuff, I'm glad I didn't have these whys right here. Because I probably would have lost my mind. My why right here is them people right there looking at me. When I'm thinking about a bad decision, or when somebody made me mad, I'm walking away and say, y'all think y'all the only ones deal with this. I deal with this every day. You know how many people, for real, you know how many people that we work with? You know how many people we work with? I'm for real. You know how many people we work with, or we come across in the course of a day that I don't want to cuss out? I think y'all the only ones. That's why when I see them looks on y'all face, because I'm trying to tell you, it's real for us too. But my why, hey, Lord, but y'all always putting something on something. I don't do that all the time. But I'm saying, I put this on this conversation we talking about. I done had somebody talk crazy to me in my job. I went right in there. They're like, what you doing? They said, he hulking up. He about to go off. He about to go off. I did just like this. I looked at them little people right there. I was like, all right, what we gonna do next now? Cause the old me, him right there, it's all good. It would have been no problem. Them hands, as y'all say. This was, you know what? Do you know right from wrong? Okay. I knew right and wrong. I knew right from wrong. But this is how I'm gonna wrap this up. Because I know how y'all are. Y'all pay attention to all other stuff. If your why might be like this high. I ain't putting that on just the people that's got kids. I'm talking people that's gonna have one day. Because guess what they gonna say? Even if they ain't born yet, guess what they gonna say one day? You think they don't? They gonna ask them type of questions. Why come we not doing this? Why come they talking about diplomas in class? Why come you don't? Boy, you think that's ever a conversation you wanna have? They ask too many questions and they don't stop. You ain't seen nothing. Wait till they get real smart when they can tell when you're lying. When they little, they can't tell yet. Wait till they get older when they can tell. Y'all understand where this is going here? Yeah. This ain't about me, this is about you. Now, I'm talking to everybody in the room because some of them wise didn't catch some of y'all. Some of y'all ain't got no kids, ain't worried about that part. Some of y'all don't care about who in the house. You ain't got to that point yet. Okay, let's go back to just you. All right? Them wild days right there. I had a chance, I did graduate. I ain't gonna cover all that. I did graduate from college, played football, played outside linebacker. Coach always kept saying, hey, look, you should put your hand down. And for you athletes, that meant stop playing linebacker and then put your hand down the ground and rush the passer in a different position. I'm back to that know-it-all stuff. Man, you gonna tell me?